I put up a poll and I said, smash the like button if you don't trust Eliza Bleu. And 89% said, I will like because I don't trust her. That means everybody who smashed the thumbs down trusts Eliza Bleu. All right, well, that was an interesting, it's 13,000 votes. It's interesting to see that so many people came here to support her by giving us a thumbs down. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. A lot of people do support her. Scroats McGoat says, last night as a member, if Tim doesn't disavow Eliza tonight, get the out, Scroats McGoat. You can cancel right now and see you later. You will never wave money in my face and make me disavow anybody, especially someone I care so little about, Eliza Bleu. She's been on the show 2 times. If you're going to cancel because I won't do what you say, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. All right, what else do we got? DJ Zeno says, unsubbed on members only after over a year. Here's 5 FU dollars for, I'm pretty bummed. Thought you stood against censorship. Hope you change. See you later, buddy. Look, sad to see you go, but I will never cater to a mob. And that's it. End of story. Eliza Bleu is not important. She's not important to me. She's not a member of Congress. She doesn't enact policy. She is a low-tier internet personality that for some reason people are desperately obsessed with. And I literally don't care. I don't care if people care about this stuff. They're allowed to. But like the idea that people are going to come here and threaten, like, I will cancel my membership because you're not talking about someone no one ever heard of. It's like, dude, I get that you know who she is. But you know what's funny about Jack Murphy and Eliza Bleu is that here's what happens. People ask questions about these personalities. And I know most people listening are like, I have no idea who these people are. And that's exactly it. We had about 40,000 peak concurrent viewers. We get, 300 to 500,000 video viewers plus 100,000 on the podcast. And then about 1 million across the clips. And the people who watch have no idea what the people in the chat are talking about when it comes to Eliza Bleu or Jack Murphy. In fact, John, do you know who Eliza Bleu is?
The only reason I knew is because I saw you guys talking about it one time.
One time we mentioned
I'd never learned about her organically. No.
So what I think is going on, to be completely honest, is that the people who are claiming they hate her are actually probably a paid reputational firm to promote her. So that's why I brought this up last week. There are companies you can hire that will spam the internet to generate buzz and attention for you. There's no such thing as bad press. I think 2 things are happening. One, a lot of it's inorganic promotion of Eliza Bleu. A ton of content flooding the internet, bringing up a personality no one's ever heard of, makes her instantly famous to even the likes of, 9-time Grammy nominee John Rich, who's not heard of her. Mm-hmm. That's the point. They want us to talk about her because they're being paid to generate controversy. They either want to, that's why it doesn't matter if we say anything good or bad.
Yeah.
If we say, look, we're doing the story, Shane Cashman's, nope, it's bad. Mm-hmm. We say, okay, we're not going to talk, oh, nope, now it's bad. I think it's a PR campaign in order, I think people are being paid to promote her.
Yeah, keeps you in the cycle, basically.
That's right. She's never been more famous because of this.
Exactly.
And so I'll be completely honest with the Shane Cashman story. I told Shane Cashman I didn't want him to do the story because he went from profiling Ye to Carrie Lake and now to a low mid-tier internet personality over that I just think the next he was supposed to be interviewing Andrew Tate. We reached out to Tate. As Shane mentioned, this may kill the story, and Tate said yes. And so we were like, this is great. Shane writes tremendous work. I said I don't think he should do it because clearly they're trying to promote Eliza Bleu. That's what this whole thing is about. She's never been more famous. Yeah. And I think it's beneath him. But he said, look, man, I really, really want to dig in and do the story. It's 80,000 words, is massive. And I'm like, look, man, you do your thing. I'm not going to tell you what you can or can't write. I trust you. At Timcast, we don't tell people they have to say something. They can't say things. Someone wants to post offensive memes on social media. I'm not going to fire them over it. Shane comes to me and says, "Is this story I got to tell?" I say, "You do your thing." But I'm telling everybody who's who's listening and doesn't know who this is, I will just explain. Right now, there's a massive campaign from high-profile personalities to promote and make Eliza Bleu famous. She has stated she wants to be famous, even to Shane Cashman, and so they're coming and spamming us with comments to force us to talk about her like we are right now to make her more famous. Yep. It's working, and I was like, let's not go anywhere near this because someone's getting paid. It's a PR stunt, and it's working.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. I've addressed it. Have a nice day. And then all of these other people who I know, like, who have been members of this channel are saying like, why won't you get on board? Bro, you are walking right into a PR game. I talked about how they do this. They're called reputation management firms. You go to them and you say, how much money to make me a star? And they'll say, we're going to do a two-front thing. We're going to say you're fighting a good fight, but you got controversy. That way we get you on both fronts. People will defend you, people will oppose you, and this will result in high-profile outlets. The Daily Beast will write about you. You're going to get a bunch of, grifter channels are going to start talking about you, drama channels, big YouTubers. We will make you famous, and it'll cost you $100,000. And there you go. Congratulations, everybody. You did exactly what the money paid for, and here we are addressing it just for you. Hope the money was worth it. Tim, my guy, the same folks who cry and spam nonstop over Twitter will never get off their butts to knock doors or harvest ballots. A real-life mission for the betterment of all of us. Cry more, Jeremy. Raymond, the reason why they don't is because it's inorganic. It's a PR stunt where you hire a firm to generate controversy. Some people are either paid, I don't know, or join in because it looks like it's generating traffic. But the goal is people who want to be famous, and we know there are people who have admitted that they're trying to be famous, will go to a reputation management firm and say, here's $50,000 to make me famous. And they will then spam YouTube, spam comments. And their goal is to get YouTubers to see a wave of comments saying, please talk about this. Then they go, okay, I will. They will then do this. There's a very clever thing. Ryan Holiday did this. He bought a billboard for Tucker Max and then vandalized it himself. Then he called a radio station and said, what's this billboard that just got vandalized? Mm-hmm. So then it became a controversy manufactured. So you want to know why I think these people got censored on Twitter? I think it's possible, and I'll just keep it vague. It is a PR stunt targeting people who talk about free speech with censorship to trick them into promoting an individual trying to be famous. And they all walked right into it. It is PR stunt 101.
It also makes me think there are situations where a creator would pay a firm to do it $50,000 or whatever. But then there's also the impact investment that there could be companies that try and find people on the internet, like content creators that are like, we're going to make this one famous because they're talking about a thing we need to be talked about right now.
Dude, it's literally astroturfing. It's like the definition of what's happening.
It's clever.
Yeah, it is.
You spam someone's comments saying, talk about this person. Once they do, you then use your multiple accounts to flag them, triggering an algorithmic censorship campaign. You then use the bots to spam a conspiracy theory. You then start, I mean, look, I think somebody paid to make Eliza Bleu famous, and the people who are commenting are trying to make her famous. Yeah. Like, one of the first things John said to me was like, what's you asked me about Eliza Bleu, and then I was like, oh, you know her, and you're like, oh no, I just heard from this.
Right.
And
I'd never heard of her, and I went, I don't know who that is. But I saw you were talking about her, and I went, and I saw there was some debate going on. I thought, well, I should probably know what's going on with this. I'm getting ready to see Tim and everybody. So I dug in on it a little bit, and it was back and forth like a ping pong match. And I went,
that's exactly it right there.
So then I went and bought her T-shirt, ball cap, and I will be at the Eliza Bleu concert whenever that happens.
The idea is
I want to open for you.
But this is a good
Eliza Bleu, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
But this is a good one. Yeah, this is a good point you made, is that you couldn't make heads or tails of it.
No, it was really confusing.
That's the point of a PR stunt. They don't want to create a negative perception. They want to create name recognition. So for a lot of people, it's a negative name recognition for Eliza Bleu now. It's a negative response. For you, who is trying to like, what is this? I don't know, but you heard of her, and that's all that matters. It's like that line from Pirates of the Caribbean when the guy says, you are the worst pirate I've ever heard of. And he goes, but you have heard of me.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yep. And so people are like, why won't Tim talk about it? Because you know what, man? I caved. The PR firm guys are sitting in their room in West Hollywood laughing their asses off saying, we got it. It normally costs, how many tens of thousands of dollars or how many thousands of dollars to get a promotional push on Timcast. He just came out and talked about it for 10 minutes for us. Congratulations, guys. You work for a PR firm. You've made her more famous than she's ever been.
Yeah,
more famous than she's ever been. There you go. But the reality is most of the people spamming us, they're not real people. Like a lot of people are, a lot of people are not. So you get, one guy makes 10 accounts, you get 5 guys, you get 50 accounts, they post comments, they accuse you, they create a perception, then they start sending those comments to journalists saying, please write about this.
Yeah, I think a lot of people maybe got kind of drawn up in the drama and the motions of it. But really, like, if Brittany Venti got banned for not violating terms of service, that's the story. If she violated terms of service, then it was a righteous ban.
I think the real story is that she likely got banned as part of a campaign where someone trying to become famous hires a company who then spams someone's comments with fake accounts to get them to talk about it, then immediately uses accounts to do mass flagging, which resulted in algorithmic censorship, meaning no one at Twitter actually looked and saw it. When Twitter receives a certain amount of flags in a certain amount of time, so does YouTube and Facebook, they instantly take it down because of things like gore, live streamed murder, and things like that. Then the streamer then comes out and screams, "Oh, I've been censored," because they have been. And that generates the story, which makes the person famous. So it's just too obvious. I'm not going to be involved in that stuff. That's the extent that I'm willing to be involved in it. And to anybody who has no idea who these people are, I thought it was worth talking about so you can understand how these PR reputation management firms work, how they generate images of individuals for the sake of making them famous. And it's funny because everyone's like, Eliza Bleu just wants to be famous. Congratulations.
You just made her famous.
If it's
you made
true,
her more famous than anyone's ever.
If that is true, Eliza, you got to remember, why do you want to be famous? Do what you want. The fame is a byproduct.
She literally says it to Shane Cashman. That's what she's doing.
I've been there. I know what it's like to want it, but why do you want it? Because the people that follow you will follow you because of the why. And if you have grifters following you, it's not going to be a good life.
Miss Mary says, I'm not a paid bot, Tim. Been a supporter for years. I hope you realize what an insane take this is. This is an insult to your viewers and supporters. Well, I got nothing else to say. I mean, look, Eliza...
This can't make anyone happy.
Are you joking?
Right. No, I just, that's why it's like, I don't care, dude. Look, man, I've been around this for so long. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It ebbs and flows. There are people who will like you, then they'll hate you a year later. They demand that you talk about things. They will support you for standing up for what you believe in, then get mad when you don't believe what they want you to believe. Literally don't care. Miss Mary, like, by all means, if you don't like the content and you're not a supporter anymore, that's just the way things go. And there's nothing else. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, gee, well, let me say what I have to say so I can earn your $5. Like, dude, if you don't want to give me $5, don't give me $5. That's all I can say. All right. Jared V says, Jeremy is live and trying to break down what you're saying. What do you have to say about that? You literally said you don't care about Eliza, so what else is there to say? It's a really, really good point. Eliza is an irrelevant figure who's trying to be famous, and y'all are making her famous. She's not in Congress. She doesn't know anybody. I guess she's talked with, like, Jack Dorsey in the past, but she is just like, it's remarkable to me when Jeremy Hambley goes on his show and says something like, Tim won't address the Jack Murphy stuff, and it's like, interesting. I wonder if anybody who is paying attention to a Chinese balloon carrying potential explosives of the United States is concerned about what some video some guy produced. So if, like, you're interested in interpersonal drama and e-girl celebrity stuff, Timcast is not the channel for you. And if that's the case, and then I don't want your money. Like, dude, it's remarkable that people are like, Tim, if you don't address e-girl drama, I'm going to cancel. I'm like, okay, all right, we'll cancel, I guess. I don't know. You know what we're going to do this week? We are going to be potentially talking with some members of Congress. Mm-hmm. And because what I'm concerned about is, will people have enough money to pay their bills? Will fuel prices be too high? Is China preparing for an attack on Taiwan? What I don't care about is, did e-girl lie to get famous? You're allowed to care about that. That's fine. But don't be surprised that I don't, and don't care about it, and don't want to talk about it, and that's just it.
The Abe Lincoln quote that I imagine everyone knows, so I didn't bring it up, but I guess they don't, is that you can please some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all the time.
That's right.
And then he freed the slaves.